Hello and welcome. Today we've got Randy Alexander and we are going to be discussing Reform Collagen Peptides. Now, just before we begin, you can subscribe to our Telegram channels and to nicholasveniamin.com for my free email updates. And if you're watching this for the first time on YouTube, I will leave the link below in the description for the full interview, unless, of course, myself and Randy can decide to choose our words wisely due to the insane censorship that's happening right now. Randy, thank you for joining me. How are you and what have you been up to?
Hey, Nick, it's great to be on the show. It's been a great year so far. I've been very busy recovering from my cancer. That was a rough last year. Everybody had a rough year last year. This year, I just pray everybody has a great year, and I think things are going to turn out really well in 2022 for all of us and in the world. I have been soul searching, looking to try to help people in a special way. And I found that because of my health background, I've got like 5 genetic disorders. I've been sick with cancer. I've had all kinds of time to do research and to look at what is causing so much of the cancer, but also what can people do to help them. They don't necessarily have to take tons of pharmaceuticals, completely. There's a place for there's a lot of medicines that help a lot of people, but there's also a lot of natural products or nutraceuticals what I want to talk to you about today. And one of the things that's helped me a lot when I first got cancer, of course, the chemo, I lost all my hair. Well, and I was losing my hair a lot. So, it all fell out. And I'm not real a vain person, but I kind of like my hair. And so I came across collagen. And collagen is an amino acid. It's basically the glue that holds our bodies together. It's very well known about the elasticity of people who take collagen that helps them. And there actually have been, and I've done, and I want to show people, I have got documentation. I have peer-reviewed studies of collagen and what it is, what its effects are, a placebo study that was done in 2019 by 75 ladies who half had a placebo and the other half had collagen. And it was amazing. The science was solid, and that it actually helped people. And it was skin elasticity and wrinkles. With me, the collagen has helped me with my hair. My hair has grown since December when I started taking it. It has just, look here, I got some hair. And this is before. Let's see, can you see that? Mm-hmm. That was about 2 months ago. Okay. I didn't have no hair. Now, this is a blown up picture. I hate, but that's the back part of the top of my crown, my head. Look at the thickness of that hair. And I actually was bald in a spot there. Well, it's all grown back. And I started researching and looked at, okay, what's collagen? Well, it is a natural. Peptides are come to create amino acids in your body that helps you produce collagen naturally, and it helps the elasticity of your skin, helps your joints, which I have iron overload, so that's been helpful to me as well, because the iron deposits in people's joints that have hemochromatosis. Maybe we can talk about that some other time. But really, actually, the hair it's been a miracle. My wife, when I first started taking the collagen, she goes, well, that's really nice. I hope it grows a little hair. And she was kind of skeptical. Well, now she sees me, she says, Randy, every time you walk by, I see your hair growing. It has just gotten thick, and it's been wonderful. And people who've had cancer, they would probably like to know the benefits of it. And if they're not taking it, they surely should, because this is all natural. It really affects your entire body, your organs. It helps your organs, elasticity of your arteries, making so blood flow is better, skin, hair, nails. And it's just a it's better function, your body overall. So if you have a good quality, that's the key, is having a good quality collagen. And there's so much on the market. Now, there's a lot of things you can do naturally. You can make your own beef broth, chicken broth, fish broth. I don't think so. I'm kind of my wife likes to cook. I'm not that good in the kitchen. So I'm going to take a supplement. Somebody's done it for me if I find something that's good. And there are things out there that people need to be aware of that will help them. And so I've launched a little project called the Solid Science Project. And it's going to be backed up by documentation of peer-reviewed documentation, just like these studies. One was done in 2019, just recently, in Lyon, France, and a university there. And I have access because of my years of work with the hemochromatosis, iron overload work for 20 years. I have a lot of access to a lot of medical information that a lot of people can't readily get. And so I know where to find it and who to call and what to do. So I'm trying to pass that information on to people to help them, to help humanity. You're all talking about, we got to help people. We got to help humanity. Well, you're the perfect person to help get the word out. And so, people have been sick and they need to be able to have opportunity to evaluate other things. And so that's what I'm doing. And this collagen has been really it's been a blessing. It's a real blessing to me. And it has given me a lot of hope. My wife says, you're beautiful bald. Well, I thank you, but I don't like being bald. So I want some hair. I'm being vain there a little bit. But anyway, it's really done very well. I'm very excited about it. And it's something that's done, that I've come across that has done so well. I just need to let people know.
Well, first of all, I want to say congratulations that you got rid of your cancer. I've got to be careful with certain words so that we don't get censored, because YouTube doesn't like the C word, when we get rid of something,
Remission. That's the key word, remission. And it's a beautiful word. So yeah, I understand what you're saying.
You done fantastically there. I interviewed you twice before. The first one was very political. You used to be you used to work for Congress, you said, and I think that you worked for the CDC, and you've done so many things, and you've seen how bad that place was and how people just abused the system. And you came on my show to expose that, and then many months after you came back, and when you came back, I didn't recognize you. And you kept telling me that I interviewed you before, and I still couldn't recognize you because you came on my show completely bald and you had cancer. And, now of course I remember you, and now you've come back and you've got your hair, and it's fantastic with what you've done. It's a great example. People in your position want to know, what you've done, so let's talk about the collagen. What exactly did you do to get rid of the cancer?
Well, I've always had very thin hair, and my nails are really thin, have always been thin. And then, I'm not worried about wrinkles and stuff. I look fairly young. I'm just turned 67, and just a couple of days ago.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. It was tough. We weren't sure that I was gonna make it, but I'm a scrapper. I'm sticking in there. I'm gonna be there no matter what. But what I did is that I had taken some powdered form collagens that you get like at Costco. Great company, they get great products and everything. And probably products are very good, but it didn't seem to have a really good effect on, my hair and stuff. After I lost my hair after cancer, I came across a particular product, which later will, leave a link. But this is about science, and it's not about product, definitely not about marketing. It's definitely about is the science solid? Your thumbs up or thumbs down. And so started taking the product, a teaspoon a day. Now, this is liquid. It's a honey. Honey. It's not taste like honey, but it's the consistency of honey. Most collagens you find are powder form, and so and I don't want anything that tastes like fish. Ooh, because fish is a good source of collagen, but you gotta eat the skin, chicken skin, and bovine broth. Those are natural things. If you're eating, having chicken, don't get rid of the skin. There's benefits to collagen because collagen comes mostly from animals and fish. And then some of the foods like vitamin C, berries, grapefruit, any kind of citrus, leafy green vegetables. Garlic is a huge, huge benefit to collagen production or natural collagen production. But myself, I need some help. So I found this product, and I took a tablespoon a day in the morning. And that's what I did. And then all of a sudden, my hair started to grow. And it really is, like I said, it's a blessing. And it was really astounding how well it worked. I mean, I'm not someone who jumps on and says, "Oh, I love this, I love that. This is great," because other people are saying it, or someone's trying to get me to try it. It's because I found through my own kind of testimony, through my own research, so to speak, what it is. In fact, does it work? Does it work? And if it works, then great. There's a lot of things out there in the world that works, but people just don't know anything about it. There's a lot of things people are taking that really are not that good for you. So, but actually, the pictures from December 16th through today, I mean, my hair, Nick, my hair is going to be as thick as yours here shortly.
So tell me, when you stop the chemo, because that's what causes to lose our hair.
Yes.
When you stop the chemo, wouldn't your hair have had grown back after? Wouldn't your hair grow back after this?
That's yes, sir. That's a very, very good question. It's an honest question. It would, and it would take me a long time. Long story. Back in 1973, I went into the Air Force, and when you go into basic training, they give you a buzz cut. I mean, it's short. My hair didn't grow back to even I could even get a haircut, a trim for 8 months. I mean, it just has always grown really slow, very thin. And now this is very thick and it's filled in and it's growing quickly. So unless the chemo did something to change my body in a way, I'm saying what I see, that the collagen is what's really been the primary reason why that's good. And my skin's better because I would have the chemo caused me a lot of problems on my skin up on my forehead. It was like sandpaper. And I started taking the collagen and it got softer. And I'm very careful what kind of soaps I use. And I tend to use natural soaps without the chemicals, not the stuff you get off the shelf.
Let's talk about people who haven't had cancer, people who haven't been through what you've been through. What's the results like when they take the collagen? How has it impacted those people?
The collagen that I'm using, the people have had tremendous results. I had seen some pictures of some people who they weren't asked to do it, but they found the same type of results. They found that their hair got thicker, it was grew better, quicker, and they were like flabbergasted, and they wanted to share that information. And a friend of mine, we remember Megan, my friend Megan, and she had has a friend that her husband was getting very bald. He's your age. He's real young, and he stayed. He didn't want to lose his hair, and he started taking that particular collagen, and it grew back. And he has taken pictures of it too. So there are people that I know besides myself who have actually used it. It's not in in the ingredients, which I go over with a fine tooth comb. If anything is something I can't pronounce, I'm pretty leery about it, no matter what it is, food, supplements, nutraceuticals, what, I don't care. But when there's other people also that have shown, you can show absolute proof, then you have to take that as part of kind of like my little study that I've done. And with my background in healthcare and the work that I had done as a consultant for healthcare in Washington, D.C., the work that I raised money for research, medical research. I've written on 4 books. One was the book for medical students. I do have a background, and I do have basically, I got credibility, and on paper, it's very credible. So, but I want to use that and do it in a positive way, like what you're doing, is to get word out, help people, and I'm not in it for money. I am in it for the help of people. And I also know that if you put good out there, what happens, Nick? Good comes back to you.
And that's why you've got rid of what you had before, because somebody loves you up there.
Oh, yes, they do. Because I got to tell you the story. My doctor, who I've had for 16 years, and he has saved my life several times, one from what was a benign tumor, fortunately, in the kidney. I have had all kinds of stuff. Like I said, I got like 5 genetic disorders, and I have had a lot of sickness last years. I had blood clots that almost took me out a couple years ago. I'm still there. But my doctor went in to see him. I hadn't seen him in a while, my primary care physician, because I got like 15 doctors. And his staff looked at me, and they looked like they'd seen a ghost. And I said to the nurse, I said, why does everybody look at me so funny? And they said, Randy, we didn't think you made it. They didn't think I was going to make it because it was so complex. It was so bad. Because my cancer, Nick, is only found in the United States. In the United States, only 100 people. It's that rare.
Can you tell people, the viewers, if you don't mind, what type of cancer was it?
I'd be happy to tell people it is. It's called aplastic large cell lymphoma, and it is. They really don't know exactly what's caused it. There is some speculation. There's some pretty good evidence that this might be attributed to glyphosate, which was used in a particular product that by a big company that settled, out of court for like $40 billion for settlements. I've been contacted by a law firm in Dallas through the Lymphoma Society because they said everything looks like that I might have gotten glyphosate poisoning. Now you can get glyphosate poisoning by it's an herbicide, and but also it's used on commercial farming, crops, wheat, all kinds of stuff. And so, it's hard to, when it goes in your body, it's hard to get it out. You can't just detoxify it like a heavy metal. not all heavy metals are detoxifiable. Quite frankly, iron's not. You cannot detoxify iron. You have to do therapeutic phlebotomies, which is blood loss. But going back to that, it all kind of connects because what we eat has an awful lot, and our environment has an awful lot to do with, I believe, personally, what's going on with these, with that cancers, period. And it's really sad, and a lot of suffering. So, I sit there and look at myself, and my wife says, God, you know how lucky you are? And I go, yes, I do. And I'm going to do something about it. Now, I like to sit and relax, and enjoy my music, and listen to your show and other people too. I have to admit, I have to watch a couple other people too, Nick. But when I had my cancer, you and another, another podcast, you were my lifeline to information. While I was sick, I would lay in bed and I would listen, and I would be able to listen and understand. It was very rough because I spent about 7 months literally in the bed. Wow. But I'm out and about now. The Solid Science Project, I think, is going to be something good. I'm working on it, and we're basically, I've made the announcement on your show. That's what I plan to do. The next time that hopefully, if you decide that viewers will be interested in having me back, I will probably be a little more sophisticated.
Well, I'm very happy, and congratulations with your success. And also, it's great that, the collagen stuff has really worked for you and your hair.
Yes.
So I'd love to put the link below so that people can have a look at the collagen, and they can order it for themselves, and also they can ask you questions or connect with you as well.
Absolutely.
But Randy, it's been an absolute honor to have you. Thank you so much for sharing your story. Is there anything else that you'd like to say to the viewers before we finish?
Yes, take control of your health. Be in charge. Don't just listen to someone. Always get a second opinion, and take care of yourself. And also, I think 2022 is going to be a great year, and be positive and have a great life, because life is precious and it is short. Thanks, Nick.
Absolutely. Thank you, Randy, and take care, and God bless you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.